Arielle and welcome back to my channel. I am in my van with my co-pilot Tabor over there and we're headed out on our first van adventure of the year, which is so exciting. I normally don't get the van out this early, but we are going to be, or I am going to be headed out on the PCT in mid-April, which is normally when we head out on our van adventures for the spring. So I wanted to get one adventure in the van before we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna chase a little bit of warmer weather. I'm headed to Moab for 3 days to do some rock climbing with a friend. Unfortunately, my husband Sam has to work on the weekends, so he is not able to come this time around. But I'm just gonna meet a friend, we'll head down. It's supposed to be pretty nice. Like, it's 23 degrees right now. Like, I don't know if you can see it. I can see my breath. And it's supposed to be like 60 degrees in Moab. So I'm super stoked on that. And yeah, I think it's time to hit the road. You ready, Tabor? I don't know if that means she's ready to go or she's ready to get out. Either way, we're going. Long time since I had to make tape bugs. I don't think it was my best work. Derek's just getting ready to go up our first climb. I'm going up there. Horrible van lighting. I'm just crawling into bed with Miss Tabor over here. We had such a fun day. I feel like I haven't updated you very much just because we kind of jumped right in when we got here. We arrived at like 3:30, so just enough time to do a couple climbs, which I showed you. The temperature could not have been better. It was just like honestly perfect. When we got out of the van, it was a little chilly, like there was a cold wind, and then as soon as we were up by the wall, it was like perfect temperature. And yeah, for the most part, it was really wonderful. I had a great time climbing. Unfortunately, on the second route, I did something weird to my quad. I thought it was just a Charlie horse, but it didn't go away and it feels a little bit strainy. And I'm just trying to keep a positive attitude. To be honest, I'm a little bit like nervous. Anything related to my legs and potential injuries feels like a little scary right now, just because the PCT is like less than 2 months away. And I feel like I put so much time and energy into making sure I'm like as healthy and strong as possible for this adventure. So I don't think it's anything serious, but it might mean that I might not be able to climb the rest of the weekend, which would be such a bummer. I don't know. Anyways, keep your fingers crossed for me. My hope is that a good night's sleep will be all that I need and I'll feel 100% back normal in the morning. But yeah, definitely like not what I had planned. Either way, I'm happy to be here. It feels good to be just like out of cell service and just in nature, the desert. Something about the desert is just so magical. So anyways, good night for me and Tabor. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Who needs an alarm when you have a mini Aussie? For real, she's been like harassing me for the last 20 minutes. So I think I'm finally gonna get up. just Derek sleeping over by the trees. Such a pretty morning. Oh, look at first light over there. This is so beautiful. Here we go. Come. I was sleeping under the stars last night.
It was good. We had some noisy neighbors though. We had Techno Ted to our right, and then talkative Tommy that just got out of here quickly. I don't know where they went so early because it's freezing.
They were out of here so early. Like, these guys were out of here like an hour ago.
Yeah, now the crows are moving in, picking up the scraps.
Oh man. So it wasn't too bad though?
No, good night overall.
Nice.
It's nice under the stars.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I can confirm that I heard none of this from the van. Which is funny because it's not like super insulated, so usually you can still hear what's going on. So either I was just like super tired, or yeah, the extra walls just made all the difference. Pretty morning.
Padded insulated window things.
That's true. That is true. There's I have like insulated window covers. They probably help a little bit. Update on my quad. It definitely feels better this morning. I mean, not 100% better, but I just hiked up this hill over here and with probably like a 20-pound backpack, and it wasn't too bad, just like a little bit sore. So I'm just gonna keep my fingers crossed. I'm excited to just get on the wall and see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just so nice to be out here regardless. But yeah, if I could keep climbing, I'd be really happy about that. So it is feeling better, not 100%, but I'll take it. I'll take the win. Now we gotta get taped up and we're gonna go up this guy. Looks really fun. Most interesting crag animal goes to, this is Gree. She is 1 year old and she's very sweet. Oh my god, I love it. Just having a little lunch here, and it's actually this was one of my lunches that I discovered this summer, like for hiking and backpacking. So you may have already heard that, although I feel like there's a lot of new faces around here. So just out of curiosity, leave in the comments what video of mine did you find me on. I'm so curious. But yeah, it's mashed sweet potatoes, which you could do, like if I'm coming from home, I'll do fresh, but like you could do freeze-dried, which is what I'll do on the PCT. Tuna and mayo. And you just like mix it up in the little packet, and I'm like eating it with a spoon, but I also have these like cracker things that I'm dipping in there that are really, really good. And I feel like, I don't know, it's easy to bring because none of those things are perishable, but it's also like still tastes like real food because, I don't know, at the end of the day, I can only eat so many bars and I get sick of them really quickly. So this is one of my favorites. Highly recommend you try it. So we've been playing a game the whole walk down. Water or soup? Let us know your guess.
For the water.
Let us know your guess.
I think it was the water.
I think it was the water. That looks sealed.
Yeah, it's empty.
Yep. Well, there you have
water.
it. Pretty anticlimactic. So the sun has started to go down, but it is still surprisingly pleasant outside. Obviously, I have like a real jacket on, but I'm very comfortable. We just got to our campsite for the night. We're going to try out a new campsite. So hopefully it's not quite as loud and Derek can get some sleep here. But yeah, super fun day. My quad feels a lot better. I wouldn't say it feels 100%, but I was definitely able to climb on it. And yeah, just another amazing, beautiful day of climbing. I swear it was like probably in the high 70s next to the wall with just like the sun beating on the rock. It was just so amazing to be in a t-shirt and just have like the, you know, the sun and the warmth on your skin. So pretty awesome day. The only thing I'm struggling with today is I have this split in the corner of my lips from a couple of weeks ago. And every time it starts to heal, then I like open my mouth to eat something and it splits again. And I swear it's just splitting further and further and further. And I don't know if it will ever heal at this point. And then being out here in like the super dry desert, it's just like even worse. So anyways, hopefully by the time I post, by the time this video is live, I've managed to deal with this split. But if you have any tips or tricks, let me know, because this thing has been going steady for like 2.5 weeks. And I swear, just every single time I open my mouth to like bite into something, I forget that it's there, and then it just goes and it's so painful. But other than that, we're really good. It's just such an awesome day. Gonna make some dinner and start to wind down. And yeah, that's it. So we're making dinner now. We're doing some pesto pasta with a little like sausage and zucchini, which looks really good. But I was filling up the pot with water and it was like not coming out of the sink, and I was like, oh weird, maybe the seal isn't working, and I went to try to like fix the seal because it happens sometimes. No, it turns out we're just out of water. Luckily it's our last night. We're leaving tomorrow and we each have like a little over a liter in our regular water bottles, so that will just like have to get by from the morning. But somehow we went through 7 gallons of water. Lesson learned. So normally at this time I would like make myself some tea or like start to make oatmeal for breakfast or like anything like that, but this is literally all the water that I have left to get through the rest of the day. So not gonna have tea this morning. Also gonna just eat bars and bananas for breakfast so that I don't need to use water for food, so that this can just all be drinking water. Kind of sad. There's also not enough water to do any dishes. So this is what the kitchen's gonna look like until I get home tonight. Oh man, you guys are gonna love this. So we pulled up to the wall we were gonna climb at this morning, and I realized that the water bottle I have for Tabor was also empty, and both Derek and I had like less than a liter each, which is not really like conducive, but definitely like we could go thirsty, but I was not willing to let Tabor go thirsty, obviously, because she's my sweet baby girl. Isn't that right, monkey? Anywho, so we decided we'd go climb somewhere a little closer to town because we could go get water. And as we're driving out, we realized that we don't even have enough gas to make it all the way back to Moab from the area we're climbing. We're climbing out at Indian Creek, which is quite a ways out of town. So we actually had to get on the highway and drive like 15 miles in the wrong direction so that we could get gas because we were so low. And then we'll drive all the way back to Moab and climb somewhere over there. Oh man, this is what happens when Sam's not with me, because he's the one who like makes sure that I get gas and like check on the water levels and stuff like that. Like he's the anchor for that for me, and sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, it's fine, we have plenty, and then I end up in situations like this.
Everybody trying to live a meaningful life, but have you ever wondered if you wasted your time? They ain't know the struggle, they don't know what it's like. I'm pretty exhausted, yeah, I put in the time. It's like work, hustle, grind it till you die, but it's like race, not muscle.
I love how small of a world it is. This character, I actually don't think that you got a true cameo on the Tahoe Rim Trail for how much of an impression that you made with Chrissy and I. But we met Karate Kid on the Tahoe Rim Trail in, I have like 5 vlogs from that if you want to watch them. But he was the one, if you guys remember, if you watched that series, that made the leaf funnel.
At the spring.
At the spring,
yeah.
Which we were just blown away because it was like this little trickling spring.
Was that Mount Rose?
Yeah, close to it.
I think it was near Mount Rose.
So
yeah.
it would have been really hard to like collect water through this thing, and we show up and there's this perfect little leaf like tucked in there. If I can find the clip, I'll share it because it blew our mind and we were like so obsessed, and we talked about it for the rest of the trail. But I just ran into him here.
Hello.
At the crag. I love it.
Small world.
Such a small world. And I'm gonna put his handle here on the screen. This guy has walked 10,000 miles now at this point. So all of the ultra long trails and probably any other trail that you could probably think of. He's a badass. Man, it never ceases to amaze me when you run into somebody that you know somewhere completely random. It's so cool, like especially when it's unplanned. You know, Karate Kid doesn't live in Utah or Moab. He lives kind of more out on the East Coast. I live in Colorado. We met on the Tahoe Rim Trail, and we just happened to run into each other at this random wall in Moab. And a wall we weren't even supposed to be at. We were totally not planning on going climbing there, and we just happened to like run out of water and run out of gas and change our plans. And that's something I just love about being in the flow of adventures. I feel like in my regular everyday life, I have like a lot of, you know, like deadlines or like times where I have to be somewhere and I can't quite be in the flow. And when I'm out on adventures and you can be a little bit more flexible, I just feel like that kind of stuff happens so much more often. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I'm not sure if any of you guys have that same experience, but it was really, really fun to run into him, and just another like little like nugget, a reminder of excitement for me. Just to me, it feels like a sign that like everything's again just falling into place for the PCT. I don't know if I could be any more excited to get out there. So it was fun to get a little bit of sunshine and enjoy some warmer weather. And yeah, I'm home now, but only for a little while. I'm super excited. Next week, I have an interview with another friend of mine who's walked over 10,000 miles, Nika Meyer. So you definitely don't want to miss that, especially if you're interested in thru hiking. We're going to ask her all of the questions that you would want to ask a Triple Crown thru hiker. And then, yeah, some bigger adventures on the way. And of course, the PCT, the biggest adventure of the year, like really coming up quickly, less than 2 months away, which is freaking crazy. So thank you so much for being here. I'm just so excited you guys are here along for the journey. As always, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It definitely supports my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already and you want to be along for all these adventures coming up, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's all I got for you this week. I will see you next Sunday.